Again, this is the second part of this webinar session that we do for our channel partners. We really appreciate all of you guys joining in. I know that we have partners joining from North America, South America, Europe, and all around the world. So wherever you guys are, really appreciate your time with us today. So this session's the second session in our 6-part webinar series. If you have been on the first one, you know that that was our introduction to Sharry and Project Kickoff. So we covered what it looks like to kick off a project with Sharry and what all goes into that. This session is going to be a little bit more technical, going into the different access control systems that we integrate with, that you guys are deploying, and how to go about working on that integration with Sharry. Just a quick backtrack and quick introduction. I hope that a lot of you already know me by now and Jan, but I am head of sales and client operations for the Americas. So anyone who's joining from the Americas, welcome. And then Jan is our head of channel enablement. He is helping our global channel partners with deployments of projects. He is really the superstar of this series. He's been with Sharry for over 8 years now, was the head of delivery, so worked on all of the big projects that we've done here at Sharry. We're really fortunate to have this informative session with him and the following sessions. So here's just a brief overview of the sessions that we're going to be doing in the future. This one's focused on the access control systems. The following one is going to be on HID wallet credentials specifically. That will be an interesting one because we will actually have an HID special guest. So more on that in the email as you're getting more updates on these sessions. So that's a quick intro, a few housekeeping items. You won't be able to use the chat in this webinar, but you'll be able to, I believe, on the right-hand corner in the top, you'll be able to ask us questions during the session. Perfect. Yes, I see that Lukasz has already posted something, so Q&A is working great. So if any of you have questions during the session, please feel free to drop them into the Q&A, and we'll get to them probably at the end of the session. And yeah, this is and this is the introduction from me, and now I would love to hand it over to my colleague Jan.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Sarah, for the introduction. As Sarah mentioned, my name is Jan, and I will be guiding you through this session. I'm glad I'm seeing some new faces in this second session, but also I can see some partners that have already joined the first session, which is great. So, as Sarah mentioned, in today's session, we'll be focusing on the integrations between Sharry and the access control systems, and how to set up this integration and what Sharry supports and what Sharry does with the access control systems. So let's go straight into it. I want to start off this session with a diagram that I think greatly shows what Sharry does and what kind of integrations we offer. So on the left-hand side, you can see the integration with the mobile credential providers. We will have the 2 upcoming sessions that will be focused on the integrations with mobile credential providers. The one next month will be co-hosted with HID, so it will be great if you can join that one as well. The second category of integrations that Sharry offers is the SCIM and SSO integration. So this is used for like the identity management stuff, and we will have a session on this, I think, in May. And in today's session, we'll be focusing on the integration between Sharry and the access control systems. And yeah, I will be talking about that, all the details and the technical stuff. So this is what Sharry does, and this is actually, like, I would say, our strong knowledge in this field. We are mainly integrating with access control systems. And I want to show you one more perspective on the integrations. Sharry can actually support integrations with multiple access control systems in one instance. So if your customers and clients, they have like a complex portfolio of access control systems for multiple branches, multiple locations, Sharry can be the one tool that they can use to manage access to all their sites. I want to start off with describing some of the basic principles and tell you more about our with the access control systems and what actually the integration does. So Sharry is essentially like a smart replacement of the access control system, and Sharry can be or should be used for cardholder and credential management. We do not replace the access control system entirely, but we do support like the main daily operations with cardholders and their badges. So this would be like your typical cardholder lifecycle. So everything from onboarding to offboarding and some editing during the cardholder lifecycle should be done in Sharry. With that, we do also have another module, which is visitor management. So with the Sharry solution, you can also manage the users that are visiting the employees in the site. Again, it will be one interface for all your locations if you have more. Next point regarding the integration is going into the technical stuff. So we are synchronizing the user database and the credential database from Sharry to access control system, typically via API. This is something that all the access control systems offer. If they do not have API, we can also integrate via a SOAP interface or SQL. Depending, what the access control system offers. As mentioned, we are syncing the cardholder data, so the user data, the credentials, and access permissions. This communication, this is one of the questions we get pretty frequently, is when does this communication happen or how long it takes. So this communication between Sharry and the access control system is actually real time. So all the changes that you are doing in Sharry are happening within seconds in the access control systems. And most of the communication, it needs to be triggered manually. There's not like some automatic things happening in the background, but let's say most of it is happening manually. So if you when you add a cardholder in the Sharry system, we will trigger the API call to the access control system to create this cardholder, to create these permissions and credentials. We do also synchronize some data from the access control system to Sharry, so the other way around. This is mostly events. We are able to poll events, like access granted events from the access control system to Sharry, which we then use for our analytical dashboards, where we can provide the aggregated dashboards for occupancy and space utilization. So I think that's one of the great features that we also have. We also poll all the access permissions from the access control system to Sharry, so you can then assign it to the users. And these synchronizations are happening automatically. So I think we load the access granted events daily, so once a day, and the access permissions are loaded every hour. So for all of this, and this is really important, so for all of this to work, we actually need to be able to connect to the access control system. And since Sharry is hosted in AWS cloud, which is hosted in the internet, in the cloud, the access control system needs to be also connected to the internet. So if in case the access control system is already, cloud-based, like Brivo or Genetec SaaS, then of course you don't need to worry about this. But if your access control system is running locally in the building or on a physical server, you need to make sure that the access control system has internet connection all the time. So just quickly, I would like to describe you what data and entities Sharry supports and pushes to the access control system. So as mentioned, mainly we are a tool for managing employees and visitors. We are able to, employees and visitors can have multiple data fields. So typically first name, last name, email, company, and we also support custom fields. So the custom fields can be defined in Sharry, and they are synced with access control system, and we are saving the employees and visitors to card holders or users, whatever it's called in your access control system. Then for the badges or cards, Sharry supports actually multiple technologies. So we do support plastic cards, mobile credentials, of course, license plates for cars, QR codes for visitors, and also this year, or I think, last year, at the end of last year, we have also introduced biometric credentials. So all of these can be assigned to users or visitors in Sharry, and we then send these to access control systems. And again, depending on your access control system, these can be represented as cards, credentials, or tokens in your access control system. As I also mentioned, we are also syncing the access permissions from Sharry to the access control systems. So these can be your access levels, or some project require integration with elevators. So we are also able to push some elevator information from Sharry to the access control system. On the access control system side, this will be represented by access levels or clearances, again, depending on your ACS manufacturer. And for the elevators, we are able to set up some custom fields or some special like access level for the elevator. This, of course, depends on the integration of the access control system with the elevator system. One point that I forgot to mention, all this data that we are able to send from Sharry to the access control system, the user data can be also anonymized. So we see this in Europe. A lot of our clients do not want to share the personal data with the access control system. So if the client requests, we can send like instead of first name, last name, email, just like a random string of UIDs. So we don't actually share any personal data with the access control system. So this can be configured per each integration. As far as the systems that Sharry supports, all of these systems are available on our website, and here are the logos of the most popular ones, or the ones that we have the most project with. I think we are currently supporting more than 20 different access control system manufacturers. And yeah, here's the list of some of them. The updated or the most accurate list can be found on our website or on the partner portal. So I will quickly show you later on where you can find this. Just to quickly give you like a background overview of our relationship with these access control system companies. Our integrations are always, let's say, official. We are the technology partners for all the access control systems that we support. We are on their website, and we do certifications with them. So if we introduce a new integration with a new provider, in 99% this integration is certified, and some access control system providers even require us to do a certification for each new version. So anytime you order an integration from us, you can be sure that it's certified and it's tested in the Sharry lab prior we release it to you and the clients. Again, you can find the compatible versions on the Sharry website or on the partner portal. So here are some project highlights that we have done in the past, and I have been actually personally involved in all of these projects. And yeah, I just want to show you what kind of projects we are working on with our amazing clients and partners. Some of these projects are, over 5 years old. For example, we launched One Vanderbilt in 2021, and the integration with Secure has been, running there nonstop, for over 5 years. Another great project we have done was in Oslo with Aker Solution that is running on Lenel OnGuard. I think they have upgraded their system twice, and again, it's been running over 3 years without any issues, and I believe the client is really happy with that. And yeah, we have a great case study that we can share with you. Another example with the Brivo integration is our amazing client Spazio in Peru, so Latin America. This is actually a portfolio of, I think, 10 buildings that's running on the Sharry and Brivo integration. And then we do have also multiple projects with Genetec. I think one of them is Two Dry Dock in Boston. This is a multi-tenant office building, and our integration with Genetec has been running there since 2020. So in the next part of this webinar, I would like to take you through what's necessary to set up the integration between Sharry and the access control system, because that's something that we require you to do, and this is your part of the cooperation during the project. So as I mentioned, we need to somehow connect from the Sharry AWS cloud to the local server, and this is for now we'll be talking only about the on-premise systems. So to establish this connection, we are actually using a VPN, which is called Tailscale. It's a great solution built on a WireGuard VPN, and we have been using this VPN service for again, I think over 5 years, and we are really happy with the solution. It allows us to have really like a granular access control. Who can connect to which ACS server. And for the client, it's also really beneficial, so they don't need to deal with any complex VPN infrastructure on their side and some really tough firewall configuration. They can just install the VPN client on the ACS server. It automatically connects to our VPN cluster, and that establishes the connection. The second part in the connection setup is the configuration of the server itself. We do suggest to have a remote desktop enabled for us, for Sharry. during the delivery and onboarding, and ideally also during the life phase of the project. It helps us troubleshoot or help you with any setup. So the RDP connection is really beneficial for us. The third step, and I would say the most important, and we'll go into this deeper, is the configuration of the access control system itself. For all these steps, we have installation guides that are available on the partner portal, and we always send it to you, or you have it available on the portal during the project. And these are the steps that you should follow during the configuration. If we take a closer look at the installation guides for the access control system, so what's actually needed in the access control system software itself to set it up for the Sharry integration. So the most important part is to enable the API on the access control system server. This is a short sentence. It sounds easier than it actually could be for some of the access control systems, but this is the most important. Some access control system servers, they require a license that you need to purchase from the ACS provider. This license is usually tied to the Sharry integration. So, and you will see it in the installation guides. There is a special part number that you usually need to order. The second point, which allows us to communicate with the API, is that we need to be able to communicate on the ports that the API is running. So these ports need to be open for the communication via the VPN. So once we have these two, the API is running, that's great. But since we don't have any operator account, we cannot use this API. So what we need from you is to create an operator account for us, for the Sharry API. So we can actually work with, the API, we can, list the users, create the credentials, etc. You can also define permissions for us. So that's also described in the installation guides. So we don't need like a full access. We also require some other setup, which is usually pretty minor, but our integration needs that. So we usually work with custom fields. We usually ask you to set up some custom fields in the access control system. If they are already there, that's fine, we can use them. But if they are not, you need to create new ones for us. If we are deploying the visitor management system, then we need to define some visitor clearances. Again, if they are there, we can use the existing ones. But a lot of the projects that we do haven't had any visitor management system prior. So this needs to be established in the access control system. And then last point, and again, this applies to only some of the access control systems, but some access control systems need to have like a card format created for the mobile credentials. So that needs to be done as well. So I will get into some examples right now. We have seen your feedback during the registration, and I think these three access control systems were the most requested. So I will quickly just show you what needs to be set up in Genetec and Secure, and if we have time, also in Lenel, so you get a better idea how the preparation of the ACS works. So let me just quickly switch to our partner portal. Can you see the portal now? Yes, you can. All right, so I'm in the partner portal of Sharry. If you do not have access, please let me know, and I will be glad to give you access. This is by invitation only. You cannot register there by yourself. So please let me know, and I will give you access. So if we want to take a look at the Genetec installation guide, for example, I will go to Assets and Deployment Process. Since we are talking about integrations, it will be the integrations folder, and we are interested in the access control integration. Here are the installation guides for VPN and the RDP. I won't open these right now. Let's go to the Genetec one, as I promised. So I'm looking for Genetec, and I will open the Genetec installation guide. And yeah, once you open it, always on the first page, you can see the supported version. So for Genetec, we do support versions 5.7 through 5.13 for the on-premise solution. We also support the Cloud Classic SaaS version. And as I mentioned, there are part numbers that you need to purchase from Genetec in order to activate, the API, or in order to activate the API on the system. So this is the part number for the on-premise solution, and this is the part number for the Cloud Classic SaaS version. With Genetec, we also do support Schindler elevator integration. This is, of course, optional, and this integration is done via the cardholder groups. So if your Genetec, we can set it up. We can see there are no limitations at the moment, which is great. And then, as I mentioned, we need some ports to be open for communication. So for Genetec specifically, this is 4590 and 4595 for the events. Next step would be setting up, creating the administrator accounts. So we always require 2 administrator accounts. One is usually called admin, which is used by, let's say, humans that are accessing the system. So this would be your delivery, project managers, or support team. And then we have one usually dedicated account for just for the API. So for most of the installation guides, we also have like a step-by-step screenshots. So if you are familiar with Genetec, this is nothing new for you, and you have done this probably a million times. But we have this step-by-step guide for you, so you can take a look at it anytime. So yeah, we will create the admin users. Here you can also see which permissions or privileges we require in the Genetec. So you don't need to give us like a full access to the whole Genetec system. If we are deploying the visitor management, we also need like a access rule for the visitors. And then, as I mentioned, we are working with custom fields in most of our integrations. So we always require to create a company field, custom field, and guest type, where we populate some information from Sharry. In the second part of all the installation guides, you can also find the definition or like examples how Sharry works with the access control systems, and what information and where we populate it. So for Genetec, for example, you can see that we are populating first name, last name, email, company. We are also able to work with the cardholder groups, and you can see that we are assigning credentials to the users. So this would be plastic card or mobile credential. This would be, for example, license plate. And access rules are in this part on the top right. As you know, all open rule and I think lockdown rule are always present with the user. And I think for this example, general access 24/7 and serverium, that's populated from Sharry. At the end of the installation guide, we also have like I would say, really valuable section. It's called troubleshooting and common mistakes. So if something is not working, you can check this part out. because we have done so many of these integrations. Yeah, we have some tips, how to make the API work, or yeah, just to make your work as smooth as possible. So this was example for Genetec, and I will also get into the details for Secure. So for Secure, yeah, we are the members of TSP Connected program with Tyco. So we have an official partnership with them. We do support versions 2.9 and 3.0. I know there is a version 3.1 that was released a couple months ago. So we'll be adding this support soon. We do not longer support versions 2.7 and 2.8. I don't think Tyco supports so that's why we don't support it either. Again, for the part numbers, you need to order specific Sharry part numbers to enable the integration, and we are using the Victor Web Service integration with Secure. Yeah. Secure has also like a video installation guide where they guide you through how to enable the integrations, which is really great. Again, we do support some elevator integration with Secure for Schindler, and I think this is done via the clearances. For Secure, there are some limitations. As you can see, for example, this is like a good tip, that by default, Secure allows maximum of 10 clearances. So you need to respect that in Sharry. If you want to set it up higher, that's even better. Again, we need to open some ports for the communication, and then we require 2 accounts that you create for us, Sharry API and Sharry admin, so we can communicate with the system. For Secure, there are other requirements and specifications that we require you to set up. We need maximum cards per person to be set up at least to 4 items, because the user can have, plastic card, 2 mobile credentials, and maybe another plastic card or another token. So at least 4 should be sufficient. And yeah, there's some also setup required for the card formats, and yeah, you probably know this if you are deploying Secure. And for visitors, again, if we are deploying the visitor management system, we need to know which clearance to use for the visitors. Again, as you can see, we are using custom fields with Genetec, so these need to be set up as well. Yeah, and at the end of this installation guide, again, you can find out which fields are used by the Sharry integration. So if you have like a specific questions, if this can be set up by Sharry or not, you can refer to the installation guide or let me know via email, and I can check it out for you. So I will go quickly back to the presentation as we are nearing the end. Yeah, just to quickly recap, if you need any help from us regarding the technical deployment questions, the best place where you can find answers is the Sharry Partner portal. We always update the documents there, so you can be sure the information there is up to date, and you can count on it. So what's available on the partner portal, you can use and check it out. We have also created a Sharry deployment manual for our partners, for our channel partners. So if you have any questions how to deploy Sharry, you can read it there. We also have always like a dedicated project delivery manager for a project, so they should be able to help you, or you can reach out to me or to our support team. Sarah, do we have any questions from the team?
Yes, there is the first question. Have you seen much pushback from IT departments on installing a VPN?
Yeah, thank you for that. So it really depends on the client. If it's like a bank or a security firm, there can be some pushback. For landlords or for regular enterprise clients, we don't typically see any pushback. What I can also tell you that if there is any pushback for the VPN, we do also support other methods of connecting to the access control system. So we can set up site-to-site VPN or API gateway, which is also an option for us. So the Tailscale is our preferred method. It's the fastest for deployment, and there is not much cooperation needed from the client, and it's really easy to deploy and it just works. But if there is any pushback, we can set up some alternative connection. API gateway is quite popular with enterprise customers, or site-to-site VPN is also doable for us. So
sorry, Jan, didn't mean to cut you off. The question was specifically related to higher ed, which I think is I can answer this a little bit on our side as well, is an interesting market for us, and we actually have clients in multiple different regions across Europe and the US who are now in talks with us about a solution for them. But yeah, it is a slightly different use case to the regular enterprise or multi-tenant buildings, but would definitely love to take that offline as well for any of our partners who deal with higher ed.
Thank you for that. So we are able to find a solution for the connection that fits the client. The Tailscale is our preferred method, but we can definitely work with their IT team to find a solution that they will be comfortable with, definitely.
Awesome, cool.
Thank you for that question. That was a great question. Yeah, go ahead.
And then there's a question around the different versions that we're supporting for the access control systems, and I think you touched on it a little bit in some of the documentation. But do you think that you could just explain to our partners how they would go about, let's say they have a client, they think that the version is too old, or it's brand new. Where can they go for that information?
Yeah, sure. So let me quickly show you. So the first place where you can see the supported versions is on our website. So you can go to integrations. You can pick your access control system that you are interested in. And here, for example, Lenel S2 OnGuard, on the left side, you can see that we are supporting these 3 versions. So that's one option on the website. You can see we have all the access control systems listed here. Second option would be to go to the partner portal and open the deployment process, integrations, access control system integration, and then you will find your access control system here. I think we previously opened OnGuard, so I will go to OnGuard, And here you can see the version is the first thing listed in the installation guide. So again, it's the same as on the website, so versions 8.1, 8.2, and 8.3.
Awesome.
Maybe just a note, the versions are really important for the on-premise solutions, but if we are talking about, cloud access control systems, like, let me switch to our website, like Brivo, for example, then, there's no version. There's no version, and you don't need to check which version the client has, because it's cloud-based, and we support all, let's say, all Brivo installations.
Awesome. Sounds great. Well, we have 2 minutes left, so I'll see if there's another question that trickles in. But obviously our partners know where to reach us, so you guys feel free to email us after this. We can also set up a separate session if you have specific use cases and clients that you would like to talk about, and we can go over that. I would also love to use this opportunity to again invite you to the next session, which is going to be on the HID wallet credentials. I believe this is going to be a really good one with special guests from HID. They will be able to answer questions, not just technical questions, but also around billing. How do you go about deploying those credentials? How can you buy them? Who can you buy them from? What's the difference between BLE and wallet and things like that? So I really encourage you guys, if you do have the time and space and your wider teams to attend, because in general, if you're interested in mobile credentials, this will be very, very informative. So with that being said, I really, really appreciate your guys' time. I appreciate Jan educating our partners. And we really hope that this was a helpful session for you guys. Please feel free to drop us some feedback. We always want to know how we can improve. So please let us know. Here are some contact information via QR codes. Awesome. We finished right on time. So thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.